Good evening. This is Russell Neverdon. I'm an attorney here in Baltimore City, and I'm also happen to be running for state's attorney for Baltimore City. But I'm here today because I'm here in support of Miss Eason, who is a history standpoint and icon that we need to really recognize. She and her family have owned a barbershop here in the Mondamin Mall for the last 56 years. And not only that, but they've also owned several other businesses here in Mondamin Mall. And right now, this one has stood the test of time. It has been of benefit and value where young men such as myself went there as young kids, and now I'm a grown adult at 46 years of age. And I still remember that place when I used to first go there and get my hair cut. But I'm here today to help her because there were some difficulties in a lease. And we wanted to make sure that her rights were protected so that her legacy could continue and that we would still, as the African American community, get the same quality and benefit of what services have been provided. Unlike any other business that may be there with the other diversity of minorities in there, this is the only African American owned and operated business that has a fixed lease within the premises of Mondamin since its inception, 56 years strong and standing. Now I'm going to ask Ms. Eason a few questions so that she can tell people a lot more about what's going on and why it's so important that we get out and support and patronize her business and stand up and rally behind her. Ms. Eason, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, Ms. Eason, you all have been there for the last 56 years, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And how many businesses besides the barbershop have you owned actually in Mondamin?
Well, there was Metro Esquire, which was another barbershop, and I was forced out by the present corporation. They sent me a telegram over the Labor Day weekend, and this was maybe about 6 years ago, and I had to up and leave, and I didn't like the way it was done, really. I really should have taken some legal action, but I failed to do it because I knew Mondamin was expanding at the time, and I neglected to pursue the issue further. And of course, with the changes and misunderstandings in the current lease that they've provided, I have to pursue it further with legal attorneys and what have you. My husband, Seclephus Eason, who was better known as Cecil, had several other businesses there. He had the aquarium, and he had the toy store, which was called Cecil's Toy Store of Mondamin.
Mm-hmm.
He also had a magazine and newsstand there, and of course Esquire, which is the oldest place and still in operation. So I don't know of any other black business that has had that many shops in Mondamin. And we've been supported by the black community, and but I've had so many problems with the current administration, problems that I never had before, really. And I'm concerned about it. And I'm concerned about my barbers and being assured that they will continue to have a business, to be able to work there. We have a boxer there, Marvin McDowell, and he's been there for at least 40 years. And think of what this would be doing to the barbers there, really. And I'm concerned about them and their well-being, too. It isn't, for me, it's that I'm that concerned as much as I am for the staff there, really. And I hope to pursue this as far as I have to go in order to preserve this business, really, and what it means to the black community.
Now, your husband was a visionary because not only did he have the one barbershop, but he expanded, it grew so well that he had opened up a second one inside the same facility.
Yes.
And this was really almost like a safe haven. Any young man who was really interested in entering into the profession of barbering could go there, get some training, earn his license, and then start practicing in the trade.
Yes.
So this is really this is a great opportunity and a refuge for young men to really to do a noble tradition, to provide barbering skills. Now, when you mentioned that there were concerns about the overall welfare of the men who are there now, my understanding is more recently there was some flooding that took place in the building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, you all are located in the basement, so
in the lower area.
In the lower area. So, in that area, are there any other businesses besides yours still down there?
No, there are no other operable businesses. I think all of them have been relocated. I know the ophthalmologist, Dr. Patricia Smoke, was relocated to the third floor.
Okay. Now, to the best of your knowledge, when you've gone in and out of there, have you noticed that they've made any substantial repairs or anything just to make sure that we're not dealing with any mold or other potential environmental issues that may cause health problems?
No, I have not pursued that issue, but I do plan to pursue it.
Okay.
Because of my my tenants. I'm not my tenants. My staff and their well-being, because
Right.
I would not want them nor the customers to be in an area which might injure their health.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very concerned about that.
Okay.
And perhaps we'll have to pursue it further.
Okay. Well, if you could tell anybody anything that you think would be of benefit at this time, because we've had an opportunity to kind of go over the lease and clear up some of the areas, but there's still some areas that you'd like to get some clarity and to make some amendments, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to meet with management, with my lawyers, and go through this lease, really, because I'm not satisfied with the lease. And I must say, this is the first time that I've had a lease delivered in the manner in which this has been delivered. In the past, we have met at a big conference table, along with the management and other personnel staff, and the lease has been explained in detail. Of course, none of this has happened here. And then I would be given the opportunity of taking the lease home and perusing through it. And after doing that, I would take it to my bank and have them to prepare it and notarize it and what have you. And then I would return to the office with the signed and prepared lease, and that at that point I would be given a copy. But this has not been done, and I just don't understand the way it was done, really, and I'm not pleased with it.
Well, I look forward to working with you and helping you through this process, and I just thank God that I'm living and I'm able to see and share and participate in being able to go through history. You know, I went this place as a young man when I first started getting haircuts with my grandmother, and here I am being able to share with somebody who's made that even possible and has continued the tradition. So I thank you very much.
And it's been a pleasure, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.